That's a good union hello. This current crisis has obviously been created by greed on Wall Street, by some very clever, unethical people who created financial instruments that destroyed the working class in this country. And so we have this problem in America where there apparently isn't enough money to take care of our needs. We have a $2 billion deficit here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And governors like Walker and Daniels and Strickland and Christie are telling their people, telling the world, that the problem is collective bargaining agreement. Just in an 18-month period between 2008 and 2009, corporations in the United States of America made $526 billion. And in that same 18-month period, working people in the United States of America didn't get 40% of that $522 million. For the first time since they've been keeping statistics about productivity and wages in the United States of America, for the first time in that 18-month period, working people made $122 billion less than they made in the previous year. We actually went backwards at the same time that corporations made $522 billion. I want you to think about that for a second. Do you know, this astounds me, do you know there are 400 people in the United States of America? Those 400 people make more money than 150 million American workers. I didn't say that incorrectly. I want you to think about that for a second. 400 people make more than 150 million Americans. A meager 1% of the citizens in the United States of America, you can get your arms around this, hold 40% of the wealth in the United States of America. A mere 1%. These same 1% of the people make 25% of the income in the United States of America every year. And you're telling me there's not enough money? You're telling me that 137,000 millionaires in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, not 100, not 1,000, 137,000 millionaires in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. There's not enough money to pay our teachers. There's not enough money to take care of our cafeteria workers' health care plans. Are you kidding me? 1 out of 7 people in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts lives in poverty. 1 out of every 5 kids under the age of 18 in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. When you come out of your house in the morning and you see the kids lining up for the bus or going to school, take a look at them when they're going off to high school. 1 out of every 5 of those kids lives in poverty. And when you see the little ones, that hopefully are going off to preschool and kindergarten, 1 out of every 4 children in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, 1 out of every 4, when you go out of the house and you see the kids lining up to go to preschool and kindergarten, 1 out of every 4 kids under the age of 6 years old in our state lives in poverty. Am I angry? You bet your ass I'm angry. I can't get any angrier than I am about people that don't understand that being in poverty, 1 out of every 4 little kids that you see under the age of 6, that's a proxy for hunger. You know what the poverty rates are? That's a proxy for hunger. Those kids are going to bed hungry every night in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I say not on our watch. I say it's time we stood up again. We stood up to the Fidelities of the world, who threatened this Commonwealth 15 years ago that if they didn't have a single sales factor tax scheme, that they were going to go to Rhode Island and go to New Hampshire. Fidelity! You have any idea how rich they are? How much money those Johnsons, that Abigail Johnson that runs the place? There's 4 or 5 family members that are worth $25 billion apiece. And yet they got to take a job, maybe one of your relatives or friends, and move it to New Hampshire? For what? So they can pay a little bit less income tax? You got to be kidding me. We gave them the money. We in Massachusetts spend $650 $128 million more dollars on economic development to companies that won't tell us where the jobs are than higher education. We give Fidelity more money than we give to Springfield Tech and Holyoke Community and the University of Massachusetts. What's the matter with us? All I want them to do is tell us where the jobs are. I give you the money. Show me the jobs. If you don't show me the jobs, give me the money back. How complicated is that? It's not very complicated, but it's your fault because you have a collective bargaining agreement. It's your fault that your health care benefits are too good and you make too much money in the United States of America. I don't think so. It's pretty tiresome. And we've got to fight back. We've got to stand up. I want you to go back to work tomorrow. And I want you to challenge every single worker you find. Every friend, every relative that complains about our government, that complains about a union. Don't let them go unchallenged. Tell them your story. Tell them about your kids. Tell them about your parents. Tell them about public service. Tell them about veterans. Tell them that this country is of, by, and for the people and not for corporations. We got to fight back. We got to fight back now. We can't let them have our country. We need to take it back, and we need to take it back now.